Do you want your life to look like this? I don't.
If I died tomorrow, I didn't want to die having been stuck in a system that's so boring, is irrelevant, and a system that I didn't believe in. If you stick to the end, then you're gonna know exactly what happened between me and my life and why the fuck I decided to get out of college. But for now, I'm gonna tell you why I stopped going to university. First things first, to be honest with myself and with you, going there just bored the shit out of me. Just imagine going to a classroom where your professors are uninspired, they're just about as bored as you, and this is what a typical day looks like. For an hour and a half, listening to people read shit off of a PowerPoint. I'm like, shit, fuck, if that's the only thing we're gonna be doing here, I could read twice as fast by myself in the comforts of my own home in my pajamas, or maybe just in my underwear. No, you don't really care about whether you learned or not. You cared about whether you can pass this subject so you don't have to repeat it. And it takes the fun and it takes the essence out of learning. My accounting teacher told me that he felt stuck, and I always believe in, like modeling after the people you want to be. There was a finance teacher who told me, like, look, these people that you're learning from, they're not even doing what they preach, right? They tell you to do one thing and they're not even doing it themselves. Like, most of these people, they don't have any investments whatsoever. And I'm like, why would I ever wanna take advice from somebody who's not already doing what I want to do? It just does not make sense. It's like the blind leading the blind. It's like learning singing lessons from someone who's off key all the time. And to me, I'm always about modeling after the people who are who I want to become, because, like, it's the fast track to success. Like, when you have somebody who's already done what you want to do and somebody who already is who you want to be, you learn from that person. And I found that, the people that I was around, they just weren't that. And I have utmost respect for teachers because they do make an impact in, the lives of their students. I enrolled, like I said, because I wanted to learn how to invest, and I wanted to learn from people who did what they preached. I know what I want, I know what I don't want early on in my life. And I already know that I want a business, not a job. Like, as a college student, I was already making way more money than an associate professor in my university. And I'm not saying that to brag, but I mean, to me, it matters how I make my money. And I want a business, not just because it's obviously going to be a lot easier for you to achieve financial independence and financial freedom, but who you become when you try to build a business, when you go through the rejection, the failure, the process, it excites me to meet that version of myself. And of course, I'm not saying that you can't have that. You can't grow from having a job. It's just not going to be at that same level as when it's you making something from scratch and starting from scratch, other than just clocking in from 9 to 5 because that's what everyone else is doing. And really what I found is you don't really need to do things just because that's the way it's always been done, or just because that's what everyone else is doing. Because if you do the things that everyone else is doing, you're gonna get the same results that they're getting. And I'm not fine with being mediocre. I'm not fine with hating my boss, office politics, being there from 9 to 5, even though you're not really being productive that entire time, just because things have always been done that way. I don't want any of that life. And so what I really want is making something that I built, even though it's from scratch, even though it's not going to make as much money in the first or second or third year, for as long as it's something that will allow me to grow, and it's something that excites me and makes me feel like what I'm doing has meaning and makes a difference. That's what I'm about. You would find that like the biggest companies in the world, Google, I think also Facebook, they don't even require a college degree because the system is archaic. Most of the jobs that people are going to school for right now, they're going to be gone in 10, 20, 30 years because we have AI. If you see how fast technology is disrupting the world, you would see that a lot of these jobs are going to be gone. Just like how now not everyone is a farmer. If you ask a farmer a couple hundred years ago what he or she thinks his family is going to be, they're going to say, oh, my grandchildren, they're going to be farmers just like me. But no, that's not how the world works anymore. We have something that allows us to literally 3D print a pair of Nike shoes. And we're at that level where, you're not going to be hired, or you're not going to be someone because of the paper that you got and worked your ass for 4 years for. That's just not how the world works anymore. You're going to be hired because of the skills you have. It's going to be more on being human. It's more on having the skills that a machine can't replace. And with the system that values, I don't know, memorization over those skills, I just don't see how it's going to be sustainable in the long run. And I don't see why I should spend 4 glorious years of my life in something that is so archaic, and it's not going to be something that's not going to be relevant anymore in the coming years. It's just going to be a waste of my life. Like, if I died tomorrow, I didn't want to die having been stuck in a system that's so boring, is irrelevant, and a system that I didn't believe in. I personally found that I learn differently. I learn so much more. I have a catharsis every single time I travel, and that's how I preferred to learn, not sitting among, students who cared about acing the test and only cared about memorizing shit that they're gonna be forgetting after the exam. I learn a lot more, and I get excited. I get more excited when I'm traveling, when I learn new things, when I meet new people, when I immerse myself in new experiences. And education, it's not just bound in the 4 walls of the university. Life is the best teacher that I can have, and I wanted to immerse myself in real shit a lot faster than spend 4 years like brainstorming theoretical shit that I'm gonna be forgetting every after exam. Learning is about applying things. Learning requires applying. And it's just not the same as when, think about it this way. You could learn about building a business by reading all the business books that you can find at Fully Booked or at any library. But that doesn't mean that you've built a successful business. You're definitely going to learn a lot more when you get your hands dirty and you build your own business. So those are why I decided to get the fuck out of university. Now, because I did promise you the story really was. It goes like this, kids. So you've seen the videos that I've been posting about sex. if you haven't, I'm gonna like maybe post a screenshot of 1 or 2 videos here. And my dad went ballistic, right? He drove over to my mom's house because my mom and my dad are not together, and I live in my mom's house by choice because I just like it there more. Here it's a lot more I don't know, like I just like being in my mom's house more. Like, it makes me feel more at ease. Now, my dad, he went fucking ballistic. He drove over to my mom's house and he yelled at the top of my lungs like, Andrew! So mad. I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die. And he's never been this mad at me before. It was like so fucking like he was livid. He was like, if he had a gun, I'm pretty sure he would have shot me in the face. And oh my god, I'm laughing right now, but at the moment I was like scared as fuck. I was like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. And he has been calling me like for the past hour, literally, and spamming me. He was like, putang ina mo, putang ina mo, putang ina mo. I was like, literally, fucking scared for my life. I was like, Jesus Christ. And I didn't answer any of his calls. I didn't return his texts because I was like literally scared. And so he was outside. He was banging at the gate, and I went inside my and I went inside my room because I was just literally scared for my life. And I started chatting with my mom. I was like, oh my god, he's here. I don't know what to do. I'm fucking scared. And I wanted to call the police, but it was just too late. Like, the police in the Philippines, I don't think they're that quick to respond at all. And so I was like, okay, fine, whatever, I'm just gonna take it. I did not fucking expect that he would fucking mangle the gate and destroy the fucking thing. The next thing I know, he was inside opening the door to our house, and he just fucking stormed into my room. And he was like yelling at me. He was like, why do you not fucking respect me? I'm just like trying to behave and trying to mitigate damage, you know, like trying to be, I don't know, like I don't know what I was trying to do, but I was trying not to aggravate him more. So the next thing I know, he took my phone, he smashed it, and that's exactly why, you know, my iPhone's dead right now. And he fucking hit me across the face. I don't know if it was a punch or a bitch slap, maybe a combination of both. And I was just like, oh, ouch. Dad, that hurt. And from there, I literally like, I don't know, like my eye was swollen, and it was like the force was so strong. Like his jade bracelet that he had went on the floor, like out of his arm and onto the floor. That's how strong the force was. And so he was like, don't come to my funeral, you're not my daughter, I'm not gonna, and he just cut me off like that, which in the end worked for me because I've never wanted to go to college. I was like, hey, like I'm gonna help you save money and I want to drop out, so just like let me drop out. But my dad, he never finished college because they had me. And right now it's funny because my mom has a master's degree and my dad is an undergraduate, but my dad makes millions. And, you know, like, that's why I know, like, business is the way to go. And so he's like, okay, I'm not going to, like, he just cut me off and he stopped paying for my tuition fee, which in the end, it worked for me because now I don't have to go to college. So that's what happened there. All right, so I hope this has been helpful. Actually, I'm just doing this as a way for me to like reflect about the things that are going on in my life. But if you do happen to take away some things that you resonate with, then I'm happy for you. And what this really is, it's all about documenting the process, because like when I'm say 75 or 95 years old and laying in my deathbed, I want to see my journey. And every like at the end of 2020, I want to see where I've been Like, I want to see the whole process, like what I've been through, and I want to see how big the changes are. And I plan to look back to know and see exactly how far I've come. So that's it for today. Next video is probably going to be about college too. I hope you got something from this, and I hope you enjoyed this as much as I enjoyed sharing it.